The Common Sense Lecture, Part 4. Moonlight to all. Now, common sense, the truth, all the same. Your intuition, the deep things, true justice, all the same. God, the creator of the worlds, the creator of the body and the soul, all the same thing. No one man knows the things of God, only the Spirit of God. And whoever has the Spirit of God, these things are revealed to. But until then, these things remain mysteries that only speculators can speculate on, can and will. This is where their theories deprive from. And whether you listen to those theories and believe those theories, so be it. But the one factor that is solid is that this is a man, not a God, that use the information that they're putting out with caution. That's it. Because again, this is man, a human, not God. God is the creator of all humans. Who is to make this human being a God? Who is to say that this human being is higher than anyone else, any other human being but God? Who are we to esteem someone based off of what they show on the surface, when God should be the judge of that, because he sees the seed inside of this person, their true intentions, the reasons on why they did what they did or didn't. Why is it that we as humans that can't see the seed in this person, but that can only judge from the surface of what they show us and what they tell us, or what we happen to find, are we to truly be trusted in our understanding of certain things? No. It is only God that reveals the truth in all of us. It is only God that can see the full truth in all of us. It is only God that can pull the truth out of us, whether we keep those things hidden. That is why to confess your sins, confess your testimony is important, to set it free. Because regardless whether you choose to willingly, you will have no choice eventually. We will all be judged by the Creator. And some human beings don't take their lives that seriously, clearly, because of knowing where they're headed based off of their decisions that they willingly do daily. Some human beings, well, souls, don't consider their future, even if they say that they do. Why? Based off their actions. They get away with so many things in this world on things that they do that is so low, so unrighteous, so unsettling, that it has to be that they don't care for their future. They don't care where they're going. They don't care if they are extinct. They don't care if God chooses to desecrate their soul, because he is the one that can destroy the soul. And to destroy a person's soul is to never be existing, never existed, never will live again. some human beings, and just because of that, I know for a fact that he will consider those beings to live forever. Because if they think that they're going to get away with everything in this world and not consider the next person, not even consider their own existence, and think that because they'll be extinct soon, or they'll kill themselves, or they'll be killed, or electric chair or lethal injection, meaning all the same thing, that if they think they're just gonna die one day, you know how when you know that it's your last day, it's your last day of work. Well, let me say this with some common sense. When you know it's your last day, in your mind, everything is just like whatever. Not that you're showing it, but in your mind, you're just like, everything just feels relieved. Like I don't have to worry about this ever again. It's the same thing with someone that doesn't care about their life. It doesn't matter what they do. They'll do anything. It's like they don't have nothing to lose because they don't care for it. They don't care for you. They don't care for their children. They don't care for the next person. If someone does not care for themselves, they are not gonna care for no one. And that's a word right there. That's a whole nother door. If they don't care for themselves, best believe, honey, they don't give a dang about you. They don't give a dang about nothing. Okay? All the same thing. Well, guess what? They will live forever. That is torment to them. Us killing them off, us destroying their soul, that's easy. That's what they're expecting. Do you understand me? They think they slick. But guess what? God knows the mind of these souls. He knows the heart of them. And if you think that a soul that doesn't care for the world, doesn't care for themselves, think they're going to desecrate themselves, or think they're going to desecrate someone else, and think, oh, well, they're going to do it because they don't care where they're going. They don't care if they go to hell. They don't care if they die. They actually want to. Well, guess what? God is going to keep them alive. He's going to keep them alive, y'all. They should already knew that. Just the same. In this world, people go and get a lethal injection. They're making it legal for people to go into these certain institutes to willingly die, right? Like they're willingly going into these places to die. Okay, well, instead of just doing like suicide, they're going to have someone else do it for them. Well, guess what? Still the same thing, but guess what? You're not going to die, honey. You're not going to die. You're going to live forever. Guess what? Now, you may go sleep, right? Like once they take the injection and you're no longer here in the body, well, wherever you go, guess what? The moment you wake up, it's going to be like yesterday, okay? You're not going to know you've been dead or sleep or died for 1,000 years. No, you're going to wake up and be like, dang, it felt like yesterday that I was just alive. Yeah, because you didn't go nowhere. He kept you alive. You know why? Because your soul is still existing. Okay? You're just somewhere in the universe. Okay? You're just you're just somewhere in the spirit. You're just somewhere in the spirit. And you may just still be here, literally. But we get it. You're gonna be kept alive. But you should have knew that. That was common sense. To think that you were really gonna get what you were asking for, please. You? Out of everyone. No way, sir. You weren't gonna get what you were asking for. Like you really want it. Knowing that you're wicked. No. When you open your present, you're gonna get the gift of eternity. Eternal torture. You're gonna get exactly what you've given others. That's your gift. Fear is fear. That's what the card's gonna say. Before you open your gift, there's gonna be a card. The card's gonna read fear is fear. Then you're gonna open your box and it's gonna be the gift of eternity. The gift that keeps giving. So everything that you've done to everyone else, because you didn't care for your life, for them, for anything, will be given back to you. That's common sense. So you'll have time to not care. If you really didn't care, you'll now have time to not care because you'll live forever. And there that is. People think that they could just get away with things and then try to, end their life, end their own life after doing so much destruction. Like, in a sense, they feel like they've won. Honey, you haven't. Because that person's soul is still existing, just as yours, even though you both are no longer here physically. We'll see who wins in the end, because this world is just a pit stop. That's it. It's just like a step when there's many stairs. Like there's many steps. It's a whole stairs. It's a whole stair. So you're a fool. And that's common sense. There's a lot of people that walk around knowing that they're nonsense. The ones that just want to get a rise out of you. Just for the sake of it. And those are the things where you don't want to give people the reaction that they're looking for, because that's what feeds them. And that's true. They're walking around filled with nonsense. Choosing to mock you, choosing to get under your skin because of who they are, the spirit, the seed that's in them. And it's true. Once you understand who they are, then you don't give in to it. You don't get upset. You don't feel insulted. And they can't feed on that low energy, that anger, that frustration that you would tend to give off naturally when not knowing why they do the things they do, or say the things they say, or be the way they are. So what do? They leave you. And then they might come back, 4 or 5 of them. You see that? And that's physically or spiritually, but let's just focus on the spirituality of it. That they'll come back and you'll start to feel it again. You'll feel it more heavy, and it'll start to pour out in the flesh, the physical, where you start to see things are getting harder. People are, getting under your skin. But once you realize it, that's why you got to stay awake and stay wary. Once you realize it, they will flee from you. But just in case they do come back, 10, 12 of them, or even more, you'll be prepared. Knowing and understanding is your weapon. Far more greater than any physical weapon, any physical defense. Because before anyone should have to defend you, you have your own defense. You can defend yourself. Let God look upon you and see that you're using your common sense to see how many angels he'll send for you. And that's common sense.